Hey guys, here RH8, and welcome to another GTA 5 car v car episode today with the Massacro going against the Elegy. Both these cars have their ups and downs, of course, and they're sort of similar to each other in a certain way. But of course, when it comes to a racing environment, the Elegy will always dominate within the sports category, regardless of what car it is. I just want to see if the Massacro, how it does against the Elegy, and what sort of factors it dominates and what sort of factors it doesn't. So, of course, right now, in sort of a track point of view and how it does in a circuit track, you see we're trying it out yet again on the usual corners track that I've created on the PS3 at this moment. You can check it out, link in the description below if you want to try it for yourself, to try and beat the fastest laps that I've set on this track with the cars that I've used and shown already on my YouTube videos. But yeah, definitely try it out and see if you can beat that. So anyway, you see here, first of all, the sort of one thing you'll notice right away is that, things look a bit same right now with the corners, but if you pay attention closely to the Elegy, what it does around the sharper corners, the very sharper corners is that, did I say very sharper corners? The very sharp corners is that the Elegy absolutely demolishes that acceleration because of the shorter gear ratios. So it actually benefits on these sharp turns and whatnot with this car, even though it seems like it understeers a lot, which it does. Elegy does understeer. It's got the vulnerability to do that, but there's hardly any oversteer whatsoever. So it's also easier to control the understeering as well because of the quicker responsive turns that you get with this car at high speeds compared to the Massacro, where you have to sacrifice a lot of speed to execute the corner. It's slightly less traction compared to the Elegy, so you sort of get that balance between oversteering and understeering with the Massacro, so it's not that great. Of course, the gear ratios are not as short as the Elegy, so you sort of get that sort of time lag after a sort of corner between the gear change. Sometimes, when you approach a different corner, so a consecutive corner, after you take the first corner, you sort of have to delay the gear change just because of the longer gear ratio, and because of that, you sacrifice a little bit more speed compared to the Elegy. So that's why the Massacro lost a couple of seconds against the Elegy. The thing is, the Massacro has a shorter gear change between 4th and 5th, which is pretty weird compared to the Elegy. It's quite complicated. I don't know, it's just one of those things where the Elegy pretty much has its insane acceleration, insane drive through a corner compared to the Massacro. But it's interesting to see that between both these two cars. You'll see that during the top speed test and whatnot. But anyway, best customization, this was yet again pretty close as well. The Elegy actually had slightly more customizable options, or sort of variety in which sort of the options had, what sort of available options it had. Sorry, what the hell am I saying? So anyway, slightly more, a couple more options. I believe 32 in total with the Elegy, and 29 or 27 or 28, sorry, with the Massacro. I had to count individually with every single item to see how much sort of variety each one had. So it turned out that the Elegy sort of won that slight sort of options, sort of increase in that. See, I'm just showing you everything now. Really, it's quite a lot of options for both these cars actually. Just it's more available in the Elegy. So anytime soon now, once we show you, there we go, this top speed. I was just trying to sort of delay myself there just to get to this, you know what I mean? So you see there, the Elegy absolutely burst through the acceleration, but then from 4th to 5th, you see the Massacro just taking over because of its top speed. So basically, Elegy's top speed pretty much sucks compared to the Massacro, but you saw the acceleration there, absolutely insane with short gear ratio. So Elegy is one of the sort of, I say, as a problems, because within the sports category, having that insane amount of acceleration is just ridiculous. So you see here, how quickly it gets to the 3rd and 4th. So one thing you notice here with the handling, of course, this is pretty tight, and definitely does come down to sort of a general preference. But to sort of a wider audience, if I were to give a poll as to which one would be better for handling, most people would say Elegy, and I personally would say Elegy as well for handling. So definitely, without a doubt, Elegy gets the 4th point in there. So it's sort of ending this episode on a 4-1, which is interesting to see, because Massacro is a really good car as well, but it sort of doesn't compete against Elegy. As we've already said time and time again, Elegy is the most dominant sports car in the game. But yeah, definitely, it's one of those things. If you want to set yourself a challenge, definitely try and use the Massacro. But I personally would not choose the Massacro against the Elegy. I would personally would have used something like the Comet, which I would do a later comparison against the Elegy sometime later. But obviously we're going to be doing a comparison to the Massacro soon as well. But let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. And yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you guys leave a like. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I'll be posting a quick next. Stay tuned for that. See you guys soon. Check your now. Good night. Peace. Yeah. Oh, by the way, check out our previous video if you missed it. I'm comparing the Massacro to the Rapid GT, which a lot of people for some reason wanted to see. Annotation on the screen, you can check it out there to find out which one's better, but I'm sure it's self-explanatory.